You wake up in a hospital room. The muscles you trained for years still remember strength, but your mind no longer remembers why. The cheers that once fueled your life are gone, replaced by the quiet hum of machines. What was once a game, a passion, a purpose, has now become a prison of your own body. And the most painful part, it wasn't an accident. It was the cost of a sport you loved. As a society, we've glorified the violence of contact sports without recognizing the lasting harm. To protect the athletes we love and the games we cherish, we need to prioritize brain safety through better technology, stronger medical protocols, and a culture that values intelligence over impact. According to a 2017 study from Boston University, over 90% of former NFL players whose brains were examined showed signs of CTE, a degenerative brain disease caused by repeated hits to the head. That means almost every player we cheer for could be silently suffering. And this isn't just a problem for professionals. A 2024 study from the CDC found that contact sports account for nearly half of all traumatic brain injuries in emergency rooms amongst youth 17 and under. This issue affects students, families, and fans sitting in this room today. So today, I'll walk you through the problems created by contact sports, the cultural and systemic causes behind them, and the solutions that can keep sports exciting and safe. Before we begin, here's something to keep in mind. If the loudest cheers come from someone getting knocked unconscious, maybe the problem isn't the athletes. Maybe it's the audience. The first major problem is the physical impact: fatal injuries, comas, lifelong disability, and death. Every hit, every tackle, every collision that we celebrate causes the brain to violently strain the skull. One concussion is damaging. Dozens, over years, becomes devastating. A 2023 article in Sports Medicine Clinics found that head injuries in contact sports are among the leading causes of permanent disability and death in athletes. Equipment has improved, rules have evolved, but the human brain cannot adapt to the repeated trauma. A 2025 study published in Brain found that repetitive impacts create buildups of toxic tau proteins, the same substance linked to degenerative conditions like CTE. This disease slowly destroys memory, personality, and judgment. It turns vibrant athletes, leaders, fathers, sons, daughters into shells of the people they used to be. What we see as strength on the field may actually be the beginning of a countdown to tragedy. Behind every touchdown and knockout is a brain being shaken for our entertainment. But the second problem is deeper: the culture that celebrates the violence. Fans cheer hardest for the most brutal hits. Highlight reels reward the moments that make us gasp. But behind every one of those impacts is a life being changed. A 2023 article from Sports Culture explained that the tradition of playing through pain is still one of the most dangerous mindsets in sports. Athletes are trained to see pain as dedication, not danger. A 2024 ESPN report revealed that players who hesitate after a hit are often labeled soft. That word may seem harmless, but it pressures athletes to risk their futures just to protect their pride or their position on the team. We have turned real suffering into entertainment. Young athletes learn not to flinch, not to speak up, not to protect themselves because we cheer louder when they don't. Now that we understand the problems, let's talk about what causes them. The first cause is the culture of toughness. From childhood, athletes are told to shake it off, walk it off, or get back in the game. Coaches praise grit, not caution. A 2023 study in the Journal of Athletic Training found that nearly half of high school athletes who suffered concussions kept playing without reporting it. Most said that they didn't want to seem weak or let down their team. Sports psychologist and former athlete Chris Nowinski once said, "We've built a sports culture where the greatest sin is admitting you're hurt." And he's right. When an athlete gets hit, wobbles, but stays in the game, that's not just strength, it's conditioning. Years of pressure whispering, "Don't stop, don't speak up." and that silence is costing lives. The second cause comes from the systems behind sports, leagues, organizations, and media companies that profit from risk. The harder the hit, the higher the ratings. The more violent the game, the bigger the crowd. A 2024 report from The Guardian revealed that professional football players often face pressure to return from concussions long before they're fully healed, sometimes in less than half the recommended recovery time. A 2025 study in sports health found that athletes who feel pressure from coaches or teammates are 3 times more likely to hide symptoms of a concussion. When profit outweighs protection, injuries become expected, not avoided. This isn't just a dangerous environment, it's exploitation. So, how do we fix it? The first solution is legislative and structural. We need enforced safety standards that don't depend on coaches or game day emotions. A 2024 report in the American Journal of Sports Medicine found that mandatory concussion rest periods and independent medical clearance reduce repeat head injuries by 40%. These policies should be nationwide and universal, from youth sports to the pros. Technology must also become part of the solution. Helmet sensors and impact tracking mouthguards, already used by some professional teams, can detect dangerous hits in real time. According to a 2025 NIH study, mandatory use of these devices could prevent thousands of long-term brain injuries. If we can track every stat, every yard, and every dollar in sports, we can track every hit that threatens a human life. The second solution is cultural, and it starts with us. Even with better laws, nothing changes unless the mindset changes too. We decide what moments get celebrated. If we cheer for the hardest hits, we contribute to the problem. If we praise the smartest plays and support athletes who protect themselves, we help solve it. A 2023 article from the Concussion Legacy Foundation found that when athletes feel supported for reporting symptoms, reporting increases by over 60%. That's not just a statistic, that's a future saved. True strength isn't pushing through pain, it's protecting your future. If we can redefine toughness, we can preserve both the excitement of the game and the humanity of the people who play it. So now that we've seen the problems, the causes, and the solutions, let's bring this full circle. If we truly love these sports and the athletes who give everything for them, then we must value their lives as much as we value the game. It is time to prioritize brain safety through technology, stronger medical guidelines, and a culture that celebrates intelligence over impact. Earlier, I asked you to imagine waking up in a hospital room, your body strong but your mind slipping away. For too many athletes, that is their reality. So the next time we cheer for a massive hit, a knockout, or a tackle that shakes the field, let's remember that behind that moment of glory is someone whose life may never be the same. Because no game, no score, no win, and no championship is worth a broken mind.